This is Gatehead Farm 22 crossplay version. It's by MJ Modding, converted by MARV or MARVVV. 789.47 megabytes to download. The description is fairly long, but I'll grab a few bits out from there. So it says Gatehead Farm is a fictional map based around Scotland. There's 137 fields, small, medium and large, 8 farms, 3 yards, a BGA, dairy production point, ownable campsite, new Holland Dealer, animal market and 11 sale points. All the sheds are made by MJ Modding himself, custom traffic, road textures, there's a custom crop calendar, there is a ton of added in crops, multi-fruit, we'll look at those in more detail as we go. There is collectibles, it says all the cow and pig farms have manure heaps inside the sheds. All sheep need straw as bedding, so we'll look at that as well. Custom made hedges by Marv, there's Scottish number plates, and that probably is about it, and we'll go through everything else in more detail, but feel free to pause that and read bits or check it out on the Mod Hub website. But let's go and check it out ourselves. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes, and this is what the map looks like. Really nice map, I must admit. There's a couple of things I've noticed, and there's a couple of maybe a little bit sort of clunky things about the map, but nothing to really put you off. But there is a couple of things, like I said, I've noticed that probably will need an update for them to sort of work, kind of thing, but I'll be pointing them out as we go. But it's one of those maps where you drive around and you just keep finding little extra quirky bits here and there and just cool features. It's pretty nicely done. Cool map. Right, anyway, we'll go through everything first. Slot counts, mods, things like that. And we need to add in some money to buy up some more plots of land, which we'll be doing together. So first of all, I'm in new farmer mode, as always. Start off with these plots. Now, these are 2 plots of land. What I will say is a lot of the plots on this map are expensive, but they do come with quite a few fields. So this is actually one of the farms up here, but it does come with all these fields as well. So it's a little bit like that, but I'll go through that more detail in a moment. But this is what you start off with in new farmer mode. So we've got plot 2 here, which is valued at 463,982. That's got the main farm on, but you get these fields as well. Now it's predominantly grass on here because there's a lot of cows, cow farms, etc. on here, but you don't have to keep them as cows, as grass, should I say. Too many cows going on. So we start off with all these fields. So we've got those across the road and a few around the farm, like so. We've also got this plot up here, 49. That is valued at 202,000, just over. Again, 2 fields there, like so. So pretty good. Now, in terms of the other plots of land, this is your only forestry plot, 63. 447,000, just over, but it's quite a big plot. The farms I'm going to show you in more detail, and the yards, etc. Now, it does say 8 farms, but unless I'm not counting up properly, I can only count 7, unless they're classing that campsite as a farm. But it's not really a farm, but you know, we'll check it out in a moment anyway. But yeah, we do have a few single plots of land, fields. So 143, there's another one next door. There's quite a few up there actually. But a lot of them do come with plots with few fields on, like so. 264, another singular one down there, 139. You can tell pretty much which ones have got the farms and yards in, because they've got little bit of buildings going on, like so. Now, there is only 2 productions, I think, on here, and that's the BGA and the dairy. You can buy the land for them, like so. That's the BGA, just over 27.5 grand. The dairy's up here, but that doesn't mean you own the productions, it just means you own the land. But what I will say is the 2 productions that are on here are pretty cheap, which I'll show you when we get to them. So that is where we're at. Now, we are going to stay on this menu, I think, because if you look at the crop types on the right, that is kind of your standard base game ones. If I push right, now I haven't got the premium DLC installed, it does say that these are built into the map. So if you don't own that premium DLC, you will be able to do red beet, carrots and parsnips. But look at all this added into the map as well. We've got rye, millet, poppy, mustard, beans, peas, lentils, alfalfa, red clover, white clover. Across we go again to crop types 3. I don't think I've ever gone on to crop types 3 before. Onion, linseed, buckwheat, chickpeas, silage-sorghum. That is a separate crop from your standard sorghum, so you will need to grow that separately. Triticale, spelt and horsegrass. Some of these I'm not going to really go into too much detail. I'll show you how you can plant them and things like that in a moment, and some of the equipment, but I'm not going to go too overboard with those. So a lot going on now, depending on what you load in as or your game save. There might be some of them already on the map. As you can see, there's some different colors to the norm up there already, which is good. We'll stay in this menu. There's 100 collectibles. They are the toys from Elm Creek. Don't start off with any productions, but obviously you can buy them. There is contracts available on the fields we don't own. Some of them pretty good at paying out. No animals yet, but as you can see on the main farm that we start off in new farmer mode, we do have cows and chickens available. There's our equipment, and into the prices menu. So again, if I scroll all the way down, that is where you would stop base game at the stones. So horse grass, as you can imagine, it is grass, so we can make silage from it. Probably, have not tested it, but probably the same way as you would normal grass, making silage, either via bales, chucking it into a bunker silo, or a fermenting silo. Hopefully that all works. Haven't tested it. And again, because it is grass, we can make hay from that. Got spelt, triticale, silage-sorghum, chickpeas, buckwheat, mustard, onion, millet, peas. I've been through all these, lentils, but there is some extra things. So we've got alfalfa, again a grass type, fermented alfalfa. I would say again that's going to be your silage, and we can make hay from it. Then we've got clover, and again we can do silage by the look of it and hay from that. And then we've got our 3 added in from the premium DLC. So a lot going on. There's your custom crop calendar. I will get my words out. I'm trying to rush things because it's going to be a long video otherwise. Custom crop calendar, as you can see, different sort of planting windows, and if we scroll down, we've got all the planting and harvesting information for those added in crop types. So they are pretty cool. So they are going to be all crops that you grow in the ground. There's no production thingy-majigs going on, so that is that. We do mods. Now the only mods that are added in are the ones for the map, and that's in this menu. So we've got the roper, harvester and the header added in because that's been done for the onions. As you can see, it does say onions on the header, and you can see the onion symbol down the bottom as well as the sugar beet one. Again, for the onions, we've got a topper so you can take the foliage off like that, and then we've got 2 weeders added in. Now these have been added in because these base game will plant you grass, oilseed radish and canola, but we can also do the horse grass, and I think that's one of the clovers as well by the look of it. So that's pretty cool. So those are added in. If we go into build mode, there isn't any mods in here, but if we do go across to landscaping and painting, we'll look at the textures first. So we've got animal mud, asphalt, concrete, dirt, forest ground, a few grasses, gravel, rock, another rock, plates, which is like concrete I think, sand and wet sand. If we go to plants, we do have these added in plants, whatever you want to call them. There is another grass type there which we can paint down. So all these, and then if we scroll to the end, we can create fields by painting them, and you can do the 4 textures that it says there: cultivated, ploughed, stubble, tillaged, and the ridged one, which is like your potatoes, etc. So that's pretty cool that we can do that. Now we'll do slot counts and equipment. So in new farmer mode, the slot count is 1101. You do start off with all this equipment though: 2 medium tractors, Massey Ferguson and a John Deere. Got the Deutz-Fahr harvester, the Class Carrot trailer. Now with the trailer, if I stay there, it will scroll across down the bottom with all the symbols, and it will show the added in ones that we can put in there. I think it's going to be pretty much all of them. So you've got your grasses and your hays and your alfalfas and things like that, and silage types for it. Now harvester headers, as you can see, added in ones there. So you will need to check this, but a normal harvester header will do a lot of the ones. We've got peas, beans on there, triticale, I think, rye, etc., linseed, etc. Plows, cultivator, we've got power harrow and a seeder. If I show you the seeder again, you can show, or I can show you, sorry, those symbols scrolling across. So a lot of them you're going to be able to put in with a seeder. Sprayer, we've got a slurry tank with the distributor. We've got a mower, pretty small one for this sort of size map, I think. A tedder, we've got a windrower, we've got a baler. That's just a standard baler, not a wrapper. We've got bale loader for putting your bales on. In animals, we've got a feed mixer. Now again, look at all those symbols scrolling across the bottom. We can add in a lot of the extra crop types in there to produce food. Haven't tried any of it, but it will show you in the help menu if you open it up what you can put in there. Because we own one of these mixers, I will go up to it with the field info on, and you can sort of see as well. We've got a straw blower and we've got a water tank as well. We've got a front loader with some tools, a pallet fork, a bucket. Again, the buckets are going to act like your trailers. You're going to be able to take some of the custom crops, etc. in there. If I let that go, there you can see. And we've got a bell spike, a header trailer, and a weight 600 kilogram one, like so. Now if you don't want any of that equipment, I sold it all off, and the slot count went down to 946, and that is what the slot count is for farm manager and start from scratch, because you come on here, you start with nothing, no equipment, no land. The main farm here, all the buildings are here. If you want to purchase this main farm, everything will show up, all the triggers, the animal, etc., pens and dialogue boxes are all there, so it will show up. It's not like anything's missing. And I have to say, I really like this layout of this farm. I'm just going to show you a couple of other things while we're here. Now with the silage sorghum, again, not tested it, but it's showing there on corn headers, so I'm guessing you can harvest that like you would corn and sunflowers if you want to keep it like that. But you can also use a forage harvester, and there's a couple of other things in there. We've got the clovers and alfalfa, I think, is that, or is it, might be two types of clovers, and the horse grass. So you can use the forage harvesters, so it's going to be a little bit of investigating as you go along. If we go to planters, you're going to need a planter to do in some of these things. So the silage sorghums, we can do beans and peas as well with that, so you're just going to have to check. And also we can do the beets, carrots and parsnips with a planter, which is cool. I think really that is probably about it. Again, these loading wagons are going to show different things that you can pick up, which is good. So I think that will be it for that. Is that all I need to show you? I think so. If I have missed anything, I do apologise. So that is all that. I think we need to add in some money and then we'll head on round. So bear with me, I'm going to need quite a bit, I think. Right, that should be plenty. So let's get buying up some plots. So first of all, just down south from our farm, we need to buy plot 19, just over 214 grand. It's got cows on it and a fuel tank. That's actually South Cow Farm. So again, you get a field with it. All of the yards, the 3 yards, only has a diesel tank and a shed of some sorts, but we'll see them as we go round. This is one of them. Plot 23, just over 142 grand. So as you can see, the fuel up the top, we got 56, showed you that one earlier. That's almost 587 grand. That's one of the pig farms, or the pig farm. It's the only pig farm on it, but all those fields are pretty cool, nice. Then we need to do 54, comes with this bit over there as well, 425 grand. That is the North Cow Farm, but again you get 3 decent sized fields there. We've got plot 55 across the road, 371 grand. That is just one of the yards, so again just a diesel tank in there, but again some nice amount of fields there. Plot 48 is all of that, 656 grand. But again, decent sized fields around, and that is one of the sheep farms. That is Peterhead sheep. That does have a silo on there, that one, so that's pretty good. We'll check that out as we get up there. And then we do have, what do we have next? What was that? 4857, which is here. 390 grand. That's another yard, but again, you get a decent amount of fields with it. And then we need to go to 47, which is there. 323 grand. That is another sheep farm, middle sheep pasture, it says, like so. And then from there, 53, which is up there. 356 grand, just over. That's got horses in there, and again 3 fields there for us to buy, use. We've already bought it. And then plot 65, this is the caravan site. 5,952. Now when I've done that, it comes up with a house symbol, like a sleep trigger. Now we'll check that out when we get there. I'm not sure, I haven't tested the caravan site. I don't know if it gives you an income. I don't think so. It doesn't mention it in the description from what I could see, but that's all those plots. We'll be checking them out as we go round, also the sell points, etc., like that. So let's get going. We'll check out our farm first. So straight behind us, we've got a pretty cool farmhouse. Can go inside. We've got all the kitchen area and lounge. You can go out this door as well, out to the back sort of yard. That door doesn't work, and I will need to shut that to get in there. We've just got a few little bits and bobs, rooms going on. And then up the stairs and round here, we do have a sleep trigger, like so. I think it's a... I wouldn't want to get in that bath. It looks a bit not very user friendly. Anyway, that's our farmhouse. Come out of there. Do have the cool sign there. I'm going to open that gate because we need to come out there eventually. Down the side of the house we do have a open chicken pasture, so they will roam in and around. 100 chickens that will take. Feed trough is there. I had to test this because there's no obvious place for the eggs to spawn, but they did actually spawn for me here, so you will need to come in somehow and pick them up. You should be able to get in there alright with a front loader, but they will roam in and around the yard. We've got some really nice sheds on this main farm as well. Most of them have got lights in, and they will have switches somewhere around on the shed, I've noticed. So some of our equipment in there, lovely big size sheds. Around this side, this is the diesel tank. It is empty, all of them are empty on the map, but they will all hold up to 15,000 litres. We can fill them up. More equipment there as we go round. Got just little sort of areas like this we can go in and out of. Now that's your milk area. Got the urns down there, so pretty obvious. Haven't tested it again, but I would say that's your milk collection point. And then we've got one of the cow areas. We do have the mixer there over the feed trigger, which is just in under there, you can see. So that's your feed trigger just along there. I would say in here is your straw trigger for their bedding, like so. They're going to appear out in there. You will need to give them water. There is water there, a trough, and if we squeeze through the side here, you can see all this. We've got a gate here, dialogue box. Some of them are a little bit tricky where they're right on the gates. 120 cows that will hold. There is a slurry collection point there, and there is also a manure point. Where's that gone? Like it says, there is... do have bells scattered around the map, not just a farm. I've noticed in a couple of the yards there's some bells there. They are coming up with the field info, so Again, you need to hunt around, but there's some bales already been given to us. I think it's just straw bales. Now, where's that? Oh, there it is, right there. Look, that's your manure collection point just there. Walk straight past that. Now, as I said, we've got those jets that go over every now and then. As I said with the feed mixer, if I walk up to that, in fact, I need to put the help window on, don't I? As you can see, it's got hay there. I think that's the fermented clover, straw, and wheat as well, which is interesting. So I think you might have to play around with that to see what you actually need to do. But anyway, moving on from there, we've got some more sheds space there. Again, look, lights in and around, so you can come all around this way. Harvesters in here. These are just bays, they're not bunker silos. But all these doors will open, so plenty of storage on this farm, which is cool. Love this little bit up here. We can access some of our fields. There's a track here that does lead all the way out, and you can get sort of out to the left side of the map. But we've got another shed up here, which is cool. Running back down like so. We'll run over here. This is going to be our silo. So you pipe out just in under there and you tip it in there. I'm unaware of the capacities, but that is your silo. More sheds over here, look, open ones. Another little building there. More sheds over there as well. More equipment. And then we do have 2 bunker silos right next to each other, and then we've got another shed here, and this has our workshop trigger inside, which is just there. I think that is our farm, so pretty nice layout. I like that. So we're going to jump in the Massey because that is our fastest tractor. We do not have a pickup or anything like that. I did think about leasing one, but I thought no, we'll just get cracking around in the Massey. So off we head. Oh, there's all me excuse the government subsidy signs there. That's how I added my money in. But it's quite a nice picturesque map as well. I love all the stone walls. I know we've seen them on maps before, and like it says in the description, custom hedges, look, nicely shaped. Pretty cool. The distance texture looks good. All the windmills in the background. I love these small little lanes. Now there is traffic on here, but you don't get any along these smaller lanes. It's when you get out to sort of main roads, which you'll see in a moment. We're going to head into this area first on our left. This is our sawmill. Now this is only a sell point sawmill, but first of all in front of us we've got a wood chip sell point. And then your sawmill for your logs is just there as a sell point. That shed there does open. You can open that and keep some equipment in there if you wish to. And we're heading back up, and we're going to go to that first cow farm. I'm going to stop here and then run down. Now there is a farmhouse here, so you could chuck a sleep trigger down if you wanted to start at this farm. But pretty cool. So I think that's your milk collection point again. We've got a dialogue box that'll hold 80 cows. They will go out there and in here. Slurry collection point. We'll do the cows and come back. I would say feed and straw there because there's only one trigger. Gates here. Another manure collection point, and then out there is a water trough like so. So that's a nice little farmyard. Diesel tank again just there, and then some shed space with a workshop trigger like so. Up round the back we do have a single bunker silo, which is handy if you've got cows on the go. So that is that area. Now I'm going to be a little bit naughty now because we're here. I want to go that way so we can carry on our tour. Now the only way to get around that way is you've got to go all the way up and along the main road and sort of come down. I'm going to cut across this grass field and come out there. There is a gate either side, which is pretty handy. In fact, it's an empty field. When I did my first look, that was grass, but it doesn't matter. I don't think they've got anything growing in there at the moment. They won't mind. So we'll whiz across here. I don't normally do this, but it just seemed to work better to do the map tour, otherwise it's going to be a lot of backwards and forwards. So nice gates. We will head on up this way. It does say in the description as well, I've got to read that bit out at the start, that you can hear the rain on the shed roofs, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to stop there. We've got a sale point just in here, and that is Springside Stores. Nice little area. And then we'll head on up, and we've got the first of one of those 3 yards coming up on our left. That's the field that it comes with, which is a very good size. So just up here we will pull in. Don't think there's a gate. There is, but it's already open. So nothing else in here really, apart from the diesel tank and that shed, which will open. It does have lights in, and then we've got sheds that size. Obviously a gate there leading to our field. So back out of there, and then off we go again. Houses scattered around the map as well. That one was for sale back there, which is pretty nice. Now we've got to come back up this way, so we won't stop in there yet. We'll do that on the way back. But if we head on down this way, you can see the number plates, look, with the Scotland flag on. Farmer Willie B will be happy with that. Right, this is our BGA. So like I say, you can buy the land, but it doesn't mean you own the BGA. We will need to buy it properly. So you got all your ins and out points as usual. But look, this costs only 25 grand. I've bought it because there's these extra things that we can dump in there. So we've got the fermented clover, horsegrass silage and fermented alfalfa. Everything else is pretty standard, and you're going to get your digestate out as normal as well as a byproduct. So there we go. See, so we have bought it, but it still doesn't give us the land, but we can buy the land. So if you want to be able to place anything down, you can if you wish. So there we go. We've got 2 really good sized bunker silos there as well in the middle, and a little bit of shed space up the back. That's our BGA. I'm not even going to stop for traffic, we're just going to go for it, I think. That's probably cursed it. There's probably going to be some sort of accident somewhere along the line. We'll deal with it. That leads off up round to the left. We'll end up sort of that way a bit later on. So just in here we have our animal dealer. Quite fairly tight area. There's your trigger just there. Now obviously that's going to throw up quite a lot because we have bought everything. So that's your animal dealer. Oh, there we go. Reading my notes and crashed into a parked car. Awesome. Off we head, but doesn't it look nice? We've got the sea over there. We'll end up over that side. Whoa, there we go. And we'll also end up on the side. Do not get distracted by the scenery, guys, otherwise things will happen. Let's pretend that never happened and carry on. Now this is dangerous. I'm not happy about this. Look at this car like that. That is awful. I would be putting a letter through their post box about that. Anyway, right, this is the shop. As it says in the description, a new Holland dealership. Now you might have noticed on the map there's a few things up here. We can't click on them. There's also one over there. They are just there as decoration. So it's basically this New Holland tractor. If we come up to it, if you've got field info on it, it does say it's owned by us, but we can't get in it or anything. Same with those bits of machinery over there. So it's purely for decoration. Your shop menu's just inside there. Nice area though, brings it to life, doesn't it? Your reset point is round the back here, so buy, lease or reset anything, you can expect to find it round the back. Workshop triggers here. Now I did pull up outside here and it didn't work, you have to be inside, but there is another door around there so you could swing in round if you've got trailers and things like that. I don't think you're going to be wanting to use really big equipment on this map, but you probably will get away with it if you wanted to. Right, we'll go out of here and up. So that was our shop. And then a little bit more of a drive. We've got a roundabout in front of us, so we'll navigate round that. Like all the road signs, just even little things like this, just the little marker post leaning over slightly. You see so many of those over here where people have knocked them or they've just become loose. We've got a nice residential area on our left, which you'll see a little bit more of in a moment. Dual carriageway coming up, so yeah, we've got a few houses there, which brings the map to life again. Tunnel down there, that's a dead end, it's just there for decoration purposes, but we can go up this way. So there's the other tractor that shows up on the map. It's doing a bit of field work of a truck there, which is pretty cool. And then in here on our left we've got the dairy, so obviously collecting there, tipping in there, and then we can buy this again dirt cheap, 10 grand for the dairy. It is just a standard dairy, it doesn't do anything else. I'm going to quickly check where we are. So we basically, we came down, didn't we? We did this, cross that field all the way up like that, back on ourselves, up in there, round, and now we're in like that. So we're going to go up to the pig farm now. Nice roads as well. There is a couple of little bits like this road markings in the centre. You can see the road doesn't quite line up, but that's just being very picky, isn't it? It's just something you notice as you're driving round, but things like that doesn't bother me because it doesn't stop you from playing the map at all. It's just minor little, like I say, being picky, but I try to give an honest review, so I point out these things to let people know. It's definitely not a deal breaker for me, but like I say, there is a couple of things that probably are, but I'm sure they will get fixed and sorted out in an update. Pretty easy update as well, I would imagine. Right, into the pig farm. Fuel tank, different sort of type of shed. You will see some of these dotted around some of the other farms. More shed space there. This is our pig pasture, so you're going to need to give them water, feed and straw. Well, I think you might have to put straw that side, but that could be very tight. You might have to dump some in with a telehandler or something, or it might allow you to dump in there that side. But feed and straw there. Dialogue box is, see, these are tricky. Where was it? There it is. 80 pigs. Manure collection point just there, and they're obviously going to roam in and around along here as well. There is gates obviously if you want to use them. Slurry collection point. And then this shed over here, like so. That's it, I believe. I think that's the pigs. Yeah, no bunker silos or anything like that, but we've got sheds in here as well, as you can see. Just a bit of storage space, isn't it? So that's your pig farm. So off we go. Back down, and then we need to hang a left here, I believe. Let me just check that is right. No, that isn't right. Forgive me. I didn't think it was. It didn't feel right. So back out. It's the main road we want, which is this one. There we go. And then that's it, back onto the dual carriageway, across the roundabout. Like so, we'll just double check. Yeah, so we're heading on up this way now. Like so. You might be able to see a couple of those water points. I don't think you need to be right on the actual symbols themselves, because there's one with a bridge which I think's more nearer to our farm, but as long as you back yourself down near to the actual water itself, it will come up with a trigger. Again, nice little house in the area. Does feel very British as well, the map, which is nice. It's giving it that vibe. Right, we need to go left here. And I will stop here. There's a really nice farmyard across the way. Don't think that comes with... oh yeah, it does. So you could use that as your farmhouse. That's probably what it's meant for, isn't it, really? So again, one of those little sheds there. I'm not really going to get much use out of that. Can open this one. This is going to be your workshop trigger again. Whether you have to be inside there, I'm not quite sure. I've got more shed space there. 2 bunker silos again, which is handy. Sheds. I would say that is manure, possibly. No, that's probably milk. Sorry, that's manure. Straw trigger there. Feed trigger out the front. Slurry this side. Dialogue box here, if I can get that to work. There we go, 70 cows, water trough out there. And there you go, that's that cow area. Diesel tank, more shed space, as you can see. And that's that farm, I believe. Not bad again. So I'm going to head on up. There's one of the other yards over there in front of us. And because there is a bit of a drive up here and then to go round to the sheep area, I am probably going to cut till we're back down to that main road, just to break up the tour a little bit. 2 bunker silos there in this yard, which is good. Decent sized shed, diesel tank, and another shed there as well with a door on, which is good. Ooh, there's hedge there. They do have collisions on, by the way, as you can see. Nice sign there, Peterhead Farm for your cows. A bit of a shame some of the other farms haven't got the sign up, but it's pretty cool. I love this drive up where it's all sort of sloped and angled with these stone walls either side as well. And then just coming round this side. Just gonna stop there. Jump out, open the gate. So another sign there, like so. I'll probably turn round so we're ready to go. So again, another farmhouse, more shed space, roaming around this way. This is going to be your sheep area. So we do have feed and straw, I think, in here. No, actually, sorry, this is straw in here. It's coming back to me now. Your wall. These gates will all open so you can drive all the way through. Your wool's going to spawn there, I would say. Then sheep are going to roam in and around the back. There is a gate there as well. We do have a dialogue box again, a bit tricky to get. Come on. I'm clicking. Right, see what I mean? It's very temperamental. Come on, this worked for me earlier. Oh, right out there. 90 sheep. So water, feed in there. So like I say, that trigger inside is for your straw only. Because it does say they will need bedding, all the sheep, which is pretty good. More shed space there and around this side. And then we've got this shed as well, with 2 doors on it. Pretty good size. This does have the silo as well, so you're tipping in and pipe out. Again, not sure of the capacities, but I expect to be pretty good. Different sort of type of diesel tank there, but again up to 15,000 litres. So that is our sheep area, and like I say, I'm going to cut until we're back down onto this main road. But basically from the pig farm we came out back along there, and we came up, the cows did the yard, and we're in there now. So I'll see you back down around here probably some point. Okay, we're back on that main road. So we've got some more cool looking houses, very fitting with the style of map. One being built there. Just nice little touches like that, and like I say, it's going to be one of those maps I think where you are always going to be finding different things here and there. The more you sort of play, explore the map, go to different places to sell things like that. Okay, right, little bus stops there with the bins. We've got another farm. I've just gone past the entrance. Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? Can I squeeze in there, pal? No, right, you go first then, please. Get out my way. Oh god, here we go. Massive queue now. Right, I'm coming in. I'm going to back in there. Right. More dramas. Open the gate. More junk inside. This is just a yard, so just only got a diesel tank again. More sheds. We've seen this shed before, so that opens up. Opens out to a field. There is that gate as well there. I could have come in that way, couldn't I, as well? Forgot about that. So that is a yard, and this guy's not got enough room, obviously. We will come out of there, and then we need to go left here where the sign is telling us. Down this little track. Got the national speed limit signs, everything like that. It's pretty cool. More nice farmhouses, and then in here we have our spinnery, but like the sawmill, this is only a sell point. This is not a production, so if you're looking to produce fabric and things and clothes, you'll need to place all that down. But there's your sell point there. That is the spinnery. It says Gatehead wall up there, but on the map it actually says, so we're now up here, it just says spinnery. So yeah, we came out of there and come along. We're now going to head down to the sheep, and we're going to carry on around like that, and we're going to finish off down here, which is the caravan site. So let's get going. Try not to have any more incidents, but I can't promise that. So if we bear left here, and then we almost need to go straight across. There's a little bit of a kink there, look. And the signs are all good as well, they're all cool. Look, we've got Dairy Farm, and you've got Gatehead Town and Peterhead going that way. We're going to hop down here. We're roughly working our way over towards those buildings over there, because that is, I think that was called Middle Sheep Farm, I believe. Just little things like that, like Dean's Garage, and there, cool little signs, phone boxes, more houses, so it's very sort of residential around here. Trampoline for the kids, that's quite cool. jump in, we'll open that, I'll drive in and spin around, and then we'll have a little wander around. It's not a huge farm again, obviously the starting farm and new farmer mode is the biggest one. We'll start here. So we've got another big shed, very similar to what we've seen. As you can see, a little lean-to, more junk, etc. Shed there, gates leading off the fields. This gate doesn't open here, so if you want to store anything in here, you might have to back it all around there. So whether that's an issue or not. And as I said, look, there's a bell there that comes up, so we've got some straw in there already. Now I'm guessing the wool's going to spawn there. We've got straw trigger in there, I would imagine. Hopefully you'll be able to just dump it over there with a front loader or telehandler or something. You've got your dialogue box in here. 90 sheep as well. They're obviously going to roam in and around, probably here, I would imagine. And out here, feed trough separate out the back, and then water as well. And they're going to go all the way around over there, like so. So there we have it, and that over the back there is that forestry area. I'll quickly show you in landscaping mode. So there's quite a lot of trees in there, so you can make a decent amount of money. Obviously it's quite a big area as well. So there we go, that's middle sheep farm. We need to go back up where we came in and then head right further along towards the coast, which you will see in a moment. It's pretty cool, that area. Already found a couple of quirky things down there, but I'm not going to show you everything because it's always nice to find something, isn't it, and go, oh yeah, look, something going on there. I don't know what, looks a bit iffy, don't know, with that car there. But moving along, we have, what do we have here? I'm going to stop there. Oh yes, this is the horses. Now this is where I found an issue as well. So we do have sheds in here, more fields, quite a big shed again there as well, huge doors, and a little lean-to there, like so. Now the horses are obviously going to appear out there eventually, I say. We've got a straw trigger, I would imagine, there. There's no collision on this building, is one thing. Not a huge thing, but this is a huge thing. I thought I was going insane. I was pulling my hair out, had the help window on. I could not get this animal trigger dialogue box to appear at all. I was roaming all around in here. I went down to the hedges. I just thought maybe it's really out of place. I've gone along here and I couldn't find it. So I can't tell you how much this holds, horses wise, because I can't figure it out. So I think that needs an update to be fixed. But once it is fixed, they're going to appear out here. They're going to need water, and then they need feed there as well. And like I say, straw trigger down the back there. So that is the horses. Hopefully that will get sorted out. Let's quickly, I'll turn that off because that will annoy me. Let's quickly go. We've got one more down there, and there's kind of quite a lot going on here as well. So let's get moving on before it turns into a very long video. But it's a decent map. I like it. It just needs a couple of little things ironed out, but not a problem. So looking at my notes, oh yes, we've got farmers market. Now this, that's a hedge again. This isn't your typical farmers market that most of us are probably used to for selling your produce, like your strawberries and pallets and things like that. This seems to be a bit more for straw and grass and things like that, because it's literally around the back and up in there. So it's a farmers market sale point. Back out of there. Yeah, normally you'd expect them to be sort of big buildings, wouldn't you, and selling those sort of goods that I've mentioned, but it isn't for that. I did check. I thought it was a bit weird if you're bringing grapes and things like that there, but it come up with straw and things like that, so There we go. Now I'm just going to pull over here for a moment and run out, because this is the beach. Look at it. Got sea out there, we've got boats going along, deck chairs, there's all sorts of things going along down this area. So it's pretty cool, like I say, plenty to see, quirky things. There we have East Ayrshire Gatehead, little sign. Got cars parked down the front, we've got a shipping sort of thing going on there as well. People walking around, which is always nice to see on a map. And then first up we do have, I won't drive in there, but it's literally there. That's another sale point. That is Gatehead Foods, so that's a sale point. We do have a fuel station there. You can go around that road there if you wish to. So we've got a petrol station, fuel station, gas station, whatever you call them. That is there. And then along, lots of people, deck chairs. This is a little bit odd. I think this must just be pedestrian crossings, but these traffic lights, they are very close, but I think it's just for pedestrians by the look of it. Again, absolutely fine. I don't think they work, so that's that. Am I missing anything? Oh no, they're on the right hand side. So on the right hand side there we have Gatehead Seafront Grains. That is just there, so backing in there should be quite fun. And then inside here where all the logs are waiting to be transported out via boat, over in this shed we have another sale point. This is Global Fibers Shipping. Sale point there, so quite a nice cool area. A lot going on. Then we'll come out and we've got, oh, they've stopped for that person, haven't they? That's fine, we'll wait. We're not in a rush. As long as everyone moves. Go. There is a cash point there, which you sometimes see on maps just there, which is pretty cool. Little seating area, cafe maybe. Now on the left down that slope, that ramp, there is a water collection point, so you can back in there and grab the water for free, like I say. And then there's another sale point just here in front of us. That is Global Grains Shipping. So we'll reverse out of there and we will go out this way. I do believe we have another roundabout to negotiate. We will go round the correct way. And then just up in here we have a school on our left. Not a very big school, but they have a sale point here. They take things like potatoes, grapes, things you'd imagine they use for cooking and feeding the kids. That is just there. That is Gatehead School. That is what it's called. Back out and we'll go round the roundabout again. And all we've got left to see is the caravan site. So if we swing a left, there is a sale point down there with it though. That is called Gatehead Stores. So whether it's the store for the actual caravan site, people stay in there, they've got somewhere to grab some milk and stuff like that. I'm guessing so. It's not a huge caravan site by the look of it. We'll go up to landscape mode so you can see. But that is just there. So you've got your sale point just there. And then, like I say, that comes up as a sleep trigger on the map. And there is a sleep trigger there, but it doesn't seem to be working either. So that and the horses need sort of fixing, sorting out. Again, not a huge problem. But if you wanted to buy this plot of land and just start here and build yourself up, you would want that working really. But there we go. So yeah, the caravan site, like I say, not very huge, but look, little things like that. Look, someone's had a bad day at the office there, so pretty cool. But that is it, guys. I think we've seen everything. Like I say, we came all round, kind of did that. We went a little bit here and there and then come down and finished up there. That is Gatehead Farm by MJ Modding, converted by Marv. Hope you have enjoyed the map tour, guys. If you have, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That'd be awesome. And don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future episodes of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.